what kind of things can you feel?
Maybe a snake.
Will the snakes try to bite?
Yeah, sometimes.
What? Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, but I go first and scare them. Yeah, and then.
This week, we're taking you deep into the heart of the Amazon rainforest for an adventure that was wilder, muddier, and more mind-blowing than we ever imagined. If you fly to the top of the Andes Mountains in Ecuador and hop on an 8-hour bus east, you'll descend 2 vertical miles to the beginning of the gargantuan Amazon rainforest. At least that's what was supposed to happen.
Our journey started with, well, a bit of a disaster. What was supposed to be an 8-hour bus ride turned into a 20-hour saga thanks to a landslide. We were stranded overnight on a freezing bus with no bathroom. We got so cold that we wound up sleeping like those grandparents from Willy Wonka. Not exactly the tropical welcome we had expected. Eventually, the workers cleared the road, and we finally reached the river under the cloak of night. We hopped into a motorized kayak for an hour-long ride through the pitch-black water.
During breakfast the following morning, we got our very first taste of the Amazon wildlife, a white caiman just chilling near our room. It was a pretty wild start to the day. Speaking of which, today's mission, to find an indigenous Amazonian community accessible only by river. Our guide Miguel led the way into the dense jungle.
We have been hiking for about an hour. We're trying to reach this community that lives deep within the Amazon jungle. I think we still have about half an hour left. It's been quite the adventure so far. So we've... yeah, more on that later.
He showed us termites building a copal mound, which he burned, and it made an incredible smell.
Eso, you see?
You know termite poo smells good?
We've been traveling across Central and South America for the past few months, and we recently celebrated Dia de Muertos, or Day of the Dead, in Oaxaca, Mexico. They were burning copal incense all over the city to welcome their deceased loved ones back. So it was pretty cool to see how and where this is made. The initial hike through the forest was pretty cool, and it was basically just an opportunity to snack on a bunch of different fruits and plants that were growing. Interestingly, Miguel kept telling us that most of the things tasted like lemon because the forest is so acidic, including these termites that he offered us as a snack, but admittedly, I was not super keen to try them.
My friend, take one.
I'm good. Paradise does come at a cost, though, as the mosquitoes and other biting insects were absolutely oppressive on this hike. And there's even this moment where one of our friends behind me found a massive spider crawling on my back.
There's a massive sandpit in your back.
Yeah.
And it knocked a leaf, and then that was under the leaf.
Holy
What you're watching right here, this is called a opilion, and they have actually 4 pair of legs. The second ones are going to be used as antenna.
We pushed on, sometimes wading through calf-deep murky water, feeling the thick mud squish around us. But the reward? Finding wild white cacao. Sometimes people ask us what our favorite things about travel are, and one of mine is finding new fruits as we travel throughout the world.
It's called white cacao, but it's not cacao. It does not have anything to do with cacao.
wow.
Wow, smell that, pass it around. You are going to suck this like a candy. Do not buy them.
Wow, that smells incredible. Tastes like mango.
Yeah, it's really good. Very like custardy.
This is the most unique fruit. So it has like air pockets inside of these seeds. If you press them against the side of your cheek, the air pockets explode.
We finally reached the village. Some of the locals were selling beautifully handmade crafts. We also encountered a local delicacy, chantakuru, the larvae of the black palm weevil. They swore it tasted like coconut, but we decided to pass on that one.
The real highlight was meeting the village shaman, the doctor of the forest.
Bien amigos, aquí en mi pueblo represento como doctor o como médico tradicional.
He shared their traditional moonshine, made from sugarcane alcohol and tree bark, used for everything from coughs to rashes. This liquor is incredibly strong, and it's customary to take a shot and then pour a small amount on the ground, saying, "Gracias Pachamama," or "Thank you, Mother Earth."
All of it. It's good for the cough. No, esa, yes. Thank you, Pachamama.
Un poco más, no más. ¿Cómo se llama esta cabecita?
Pepe, you just got a prize because you just guessed the name of the second character. You got an additional shot. Yes.
Why not? A big shot.
Gracias, Patrick. He also showed us fragrant alcohol made with flowers used like perfume on the skin.
Then he introduced us to the vines used to make ayahuasca or Yagé. The shaman explained he didn't start drinking it until he was in his 50s, and it took 5 years of learning before he could hear the spirits who guide him in healing tribal members. He said Yagé helps him see inside people, read their minds. It's a plant of power and wisdom, forcing deep introspection to recognize your flaws and become a better person.
Here's where things took an interesting turn. He asked if anyone had pain. My chronic neck pain was acting up, so I volunteered. He had me take off my shirt and proceeded to energetically whip my neck and back with nettles. He explained it's traditionally used for body pain, headaches, stress, and during Yagé ceremonies for those struggling, and even is a discipline for children to teach respect.
Is it painful? Yes.
Yes. Let me tell you, it stung intensely. It left huge welts on my back and on our friend's knee, who also tried it for her pain.
No. Oh, it is painful. Okay. It has like little skins.
Afterwards, he rubbed some of that perfume alcohol on it, and against my counsel, a couple more of our friends tried it and fared a little bit better than I did.
I think you guys got all the needles.
Did it cure my neck pain? Honestly, no, but the stinging definitely overpowered any other sensation for a while.
Lunch was a delicious spread of fruits, nuts, and veggies, most of which was harvested right here. And we met Pepa, the resident capybara. She's massive, adorable, and clearly revered by the community for her intelligence. Definitely not just a pet.
I'm glad Pepa was saved. Apparently they eat a lot of capybaras, but Pepa was saved because she's a thick girl.
We even got a hands-on lesson on how to harvest yucca root, even if it may have jeopardized the safety of our toes.
Those are health and safety shoes.
So far today, I have drank homemade Ecuadorian hooch from a shaman. Justin got beat by a prickly plant. I've fed and cuddled with a capybara. It's been an interesting day.
After filling up on food, we made our way back into the forest, and then we found out that the village was actually right next to the river. That whole intense, muddy hike that we took to get here wasn't really necessary after all. But honestly, we're really glad we did it. We said goodbye to Pepa, who was enjoying a nice, cool swim as we left.
Where? Oh.
Pepa.
Oh, Pepa. You want to come with us?
No, she absolutely wants to stay here where she gets fed.
Yeah. Bye, Pepa. Bye.
It's early in the morning on our second full day here. Our lodge is actually called the Pink Dolphin Lodge, named after the rare Pink River dolphins known to frequent this area. I was determined to see one, so I grabbed a stand-up paddleboard while Justin got the cameras rolling. They're incredibly elusive, and we were only able to catch this super quick glimpse of one breaking the surface.
I was recording. Later, our guide Elias took us on a much more intense forest walk. Our friend Bradley seriously showed off his climbing skills, scaling over 20 feet and swinging on vines. He and his wife Courtney were from England, so I started referring to him as our British commando.
Very impressive.
Wow. Our mud boots became completely useless as we found ourselves wading through waist-deep murky water. I captured the moment that I felt the water entering my boots, and let's just say it was a little unsettling, but fortunately for our friends behind us, they knew what was coming based on my less than manly whimpers.
It's nice that we know
I was really hoping that we would get through this whole experience without getting any water in our boots. And that is not the case anymore. This is a proper Amazon adventure. Oh, it's so cool.
Elias mentioned there could be dangerous things in the water, and at first we thought he was kidding, but his response left us feeling a little uncomfortable.
What kind of things can you feel?
Maybe a snake.
Will the snakes try to bite?
Yeah, sometimes.
What? Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, but I go first and scare them. Yeah, and then they're gonna.
Bradley, is there a cute English nickname for your because the water's gotten up to whatever you call them. Fortunately, we evaded underwater snake bites, and after we emptied gallons of river water out of our boots, we saw tons of fascinating mushrooms and fungi. Elias warned us that 99% in the forest are poisonous, so we definitely didn't snack on those. On the boat ride back from the hike, we spotted howler monkeys and even saw a squirrel monkey make an impressive leap between trees. Yeah. Elias even saw a baby monkey on its mama's back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a little baby.
Back at the lodge, a sweeter activity awaited us, learning to make chocolate from scratch. Elias, who actually grew up in one of the nearby communities, taught us the traditional process of roasting, grinding. We took the raw cacao and mixed it with sugar and cinnamon, and oh my gosh, it was so good.
Now certified Amazonian chocolatiers, we headed out for an evening swim at the lagoon, and what happened next blew our minds.
My big dream for this trip was really seeing the pink dolphins properly, and honestly, after that super brief glimpse this morning, I kind of thought that might be it.
But then, as we canoed towards the lagoon, it happened.
Keep watching on the front, guys. You see something's coming out. Dolphins.
Right there, right there. He's right in front of us.
Look at this. Keep watching, guys. Keep watching.
Wow. There's two. He's coming towards us. He's coming towards us.
Elias explained they usually look kind of gray, but actually turn pink when they get excited, like when they're hunting, mating, or playing, because the blood rushes to their skin.
Right as we saw the last dolphin, we heard a tree fall in the distance, which led to a pretty hilarious exchange between me and Elias.
Change the color. They look more pink color when they're playing, hunting, or mating.
Wait, this is the pink dolphin?
No, there was a tree falling down.
No.
Okay, what was the question there?
Now that I could tell the difference between dolphins and falling trees, we continued to the lagoon and got there just in time for a breathtaking Amazon sunset and a refreshing swim.
Elias explained the river is basically a flooded forest and that we were canoeing on top of trees. He even showed me a photo of him and his buddies at this exact same tree during the dry season, when all there is a dry clay riverbed.
Let's go to sing, amigos.
We finally got a chance to cool off in the water, and while most of our friends were quite graceful jumping off the boat, let's just say I won't be winning any diving awards anytime soon. Don't worry, I surfaced just fine.
As darkness fell completely, we geared up with flashlights and ventured back into the forest for a night walk, and the Amazon definitely transforms after dark. It's got a spooky energy, and the insects and reptiles are out in full force. We saw colorful frogs, countless spiders. Then, deep in the jungle, Elias led us to an unexpected find, an obelisk marking the equator. We pulled out a compass, confirmed we were standing exactly at the center of the Earth. We were so buzzed about finding the equator that we almost missed this insanely deadly snake coiled just feet away from us.
One of the most dangerous snakes we have in the Amazon is this one. It looks like chemicals kill hundreds of people in the Amazon.
Elias instantly identified it as a Fer-de-Lance. These vipers are highly venomous and responsible for more human deaths in South America than any other snake. He told us locals call it 24, meaning 24 in Spanish, supposedly for the number of hours you have left to live after a bite if untreated.
On our way back to the lodge, we tried finding an anaconda that night with no luck. But incredibly, the next morning on our way back to the bus, our guide managed to spot one coiled way up in the trees. Our last boat trip upriver back towards civilization was filled with farewell glimpses of the Amazon's incredible wildlife. Saki monkeys, more howler monkeys, and these adorable squirrel monkeys. It was tough saying goodbye to this truly magical, intense place. We left with so much respect for this rainforest, its people, and its creatures. Huge thanks to our amazing guides, Ellis and Miguel, and to the awesome new friends we made along the way.
3 days in the Amazon pushed us, amazed us, and definitely left a mark, literally in my case with those nettle welts. Check the link in the description if you're interested in doing this tour yourself. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button to follow our adventures around South America and beyond.